Is email going to die? Welcome to another episode of the Futurein5. My name is Jacob Morgan, and this is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. As you can see, I am in a hotel room. I am in Boston. I just landed not too long ago. It's around 11 o'clock at night. And before I talk about email, I'm just going to share a quick funny story. So I check into the hotel. I'm given my key card. I go up the elevator, walk down this long corridor to get to my room. Try to use the key card and the door doesn't open. I go back down the corridor, back down the elevator, go back to the front desk, and they give me a new key card. I go back up the elevator again, back down the corridor again, and open the door. This time they gave me the right key card. The only problem is they gave me the wrong room. So I open the door and there's somebody already in the room. Keep in mind it's 11 o'clock at night. I see the lights are all off. There's a laptop that's plugged in, sitting on a desk, and I hear heavy breathing coming from the other room. So I can only imagine how terrified that person must have been to be awoken from their slumber by hearing their door opening and then slamming shut. So I went back down the corridor, back down the elevator, got a new key card, and now I am in a room alone, hopefully. And hopefully nobody will be entering into my room in the middle of the night. So back to the topic. I know it's kind of a tangent, but a little bit of a funny story that just happened to me. So back to the topic, which is email going to go away? I get asked this question all the time when I'm at conferences and events, when I'm meeting with clients, and people are always asking, what is the future of email going to be? And it's kind of a two-part answer. Will email go away? Not really. But let me explain. So there are a lot of organizations that are already trying to completely eliminate email from inside their companies. There are organizations like Atos Origin, which went out on this huge campaign to eliminate email. And I created a fun infographic with my business partner, Connie, on what that actually looked like. So you can Google, I put it up on Forbes. You can just Google Atos Origin, Jacob Forbes or something like that, and you'll find a link to the infographic. There are other organizations like Compton Green, which is an Australian-based real estate agency, and they have a completely zero email policy within the company. In fact, if you email somebody within the company, you get an email back from somebody saying, sorry, we're not going to respond to this. You have to go into our collaborative platform and connect with us there. Now, internally, as far as communicating with employees go, I don't really think we need email, no. I mean, I think there are far better and more effective tools and platforms that we can use to communicate and collaborate amongst employees. The problem always happens is what happens when you need to communicate with somebody outside of your organization. And unfortunately, that is where we still very much have to rely on email. In fact, when you think about it, there are really only two unique identifiers that we as individuals have that are public: our phone number and our email. I mean, even our names aren't unique identifiers anymore. There are tons of Jacob Morgans out there. There are tons of, whatever your name is, there are tons of those people out there. But when you have someone's unique email and when you have somebody's unique phone number, you can pretty much be guaranteed that if you use that email or if you use that phone number, you are going to reach somebody. And so that is why so many people still use email, because it's a very unique identifier. So is email going to go away? I don't see that happening. I think internally within organizations, we're starting to see organizations sort of combat email. In other words, they're trying to reduce it. They're trying to make it go away. And there have been some pretty good efforts. But I think some of the recent statistics that I've seen have actually shown that email is still the number one piece of technology that we use for communication and collaboration. Email is still on the rise. We're sending more email than ever before. So I don't think, at least for the foreseeable future, that email is going to go away. I think it can change. I think email can be used as more of a notification system. In other words, when you get a direct message on Twitter, when somebody posts to your collaboration community, you will now get email. Email will be kind of like a pager system. It'll be, more of like an alert. So internally, within employees, within organizations, I think email will start to shrink. I think we will start to see it die down. We're already starting to see that within a lot of companies, two of the ones that I mentioned. As far as communication and collaboration with customers, with partners, with suppliers, with vendors, I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. We're still using collaborative platforms to try to engage with suppliers and partners and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, email is still primarily the major form of communication. So that's my answer. I don't think email is going to go away. I think email will change going forward to be a little bit more of like an alert type system. And I think that email within organizations, as far as employees to communicate and collaborate, will decrease. And a lot of the companies that I'm speaking with are already really focusing on that. So that's this week's episode for the Future in 5. Curious to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and I will respond to you. See you later.